Welcome to an exciting journey through Montenegro, a country where ancient legends and modern achievements intertwine, where the Mediterranean Sea meets mountain peaks, and where every corner is filled with a unique culture and history. Which city in Montenegro is a UNESCO World Heritage Site? Where can you find breathtaking views and great rafting opportunities? In this video, we will reveal to you the secrets and treasures of this amazing region. From ancient kingdoms to vibrant modern cities, from breathtaking natural landscapes to delicious culinary delights. Find out the best time to visit Montenegro, what dishes you must try, and what places to include in your itinerary. Get ready to immerse yourself in the atmosphere of a country that delights with its diversity and uniqueness. Traveling around Montenegro begins right now. There is a long and illustrious history of Montenegro, beginning with the Roman Empire and progressing into the contemporary state that it is today. It is possible to trace the history of Montenegro all the way back to the time when the Roman Empire was in power within the region. The area that is now known as Montenegro was a part of a number of different Roman provinces in the past, including Prevalitana and Dalmatia. During this time period, the region was known as Montenegro. These territories were initially ruled by the Byzantines following the fall of the Roman Empire. However, they were subsequently seized by a variety of different barbarian tribes in the course of time. The Principality of Zeta, which was situated in Serbia at the time, was the entity that eventually incorporated Montenegro during the Middle Ages. During this time period, the construction of castles and towns in Montenegro that were fortified began their construction. These structures have been preserved to this day, and a significant number of them have been preserved. Zeta was a part of the Serbian state up until the 14th century, when the Serbian state fell apart and collapsed. Following that, it continued to develop into an independent principality over the course of the subsequent centuries. During the year 1040, the medieval Principality of Duklia, which was situated on the territory that is now known as Montenegro, proudly declared its independence and became the first kingdom in the Balkans. Both of these events took place in the year 1040. King Mihailodart was in charge during the time that Duklia's territory was expanding and its power was growing. Both of these events took place during his reign. In the course of this time period, which was a period of significant cultural and political rise, Duklia emerged as a significant center of Orthodox culture. On the other hand, the Kingdom of Duklia was unable to avoid incursions and invasions from Byzantium and the states that were located in close proximity to it. Regardless of this, it continued to maintain its autonomy until the conclusion of the 12th century, when its territories were once again incorporated into the Serbian state, this time under the rule of the Nemanjić dynasty. Montenegro was a sovereign principality at the beginning of the 20th century, and in 1910 it was elevated to the status of a kingdom. Montenegro is now a kingdom. Montenegro was annexed by Serbia in 1918 as a result of the events that transpired after World War I and subsequent political events. Montenegro was subsequently incorporated into the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, which would later be renamed the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. This was the result of the events described above. This annexation led to dissatisfaction among the people of Montenegro, which in turn led to uprisings such as the Christmas Uprising that took place in 1919. Regardless of this, Montenegro remained a part of Yugoslavia until the 1990s when it was finally dismantled. Montenegro was considered a part of Yugoslavia. When it was first established, Montenegro was a component of the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia. Subsequently, the Federal Republic of Yugoslavia was renamed the State Union of Serbia and Montenegro. The decade of the 1990s saw this take place, which followed the dissolution of Yugoslavia. On the other hand, as a result of a referendum that took place in 2006, the majority of Montenegrins voted in favor of independence. Following the submission of its official declaration of independence on June 3, 2006, Montenegro was accepted into the United Nations as the 192nd member of the organization. Immediately following the completion of this significant milestone, it was acknowledged by the international community almost immediately. Montenegro was finally able to regain its sovereignty as a result of this monumental event, which marked an important milestone in the history of the country. Prior to this, Montenegro had been a member of a number of different unions and federations for nearly a century. The weather and the nature of the situation, Montenegro is home to a diverse array of climates, ranging from subalpine to Mediterranean in terms of its climate. When it comes to climate, Montenegro is well known for having a wide range of climates. The Mediterranean climate, which is characterized by summers that are hot and dry and winters that are mild and rainy, provides the climate of the coastal regions with its characteristics. During the summer, temperatures can reach as high as plus 130 degrees Celsius. Whereas during the winter, temperatures rarely drop below plus 5 degrees Celsius. There is a significant difference in climate between mountainous regions and the areas that are located in close proximity to them. This region is characterized by a subalpine climate, with winters that are chilly and snowy and summers that are cool and pleasant. Due to the fact that winter temperatures can drop to 10 degrees Celsius or lower, these regions are well known for the winter sports that they offer. A number of factors, including the preferences of tourists and the purpose of their trip, are taken into consideration when determining the best time to travel to Montenegro. When the water temperature in the Adriatic Sea reaches a comfortable plus 125 degrees Celsius, the best time for those who prefer to spend their vacations at the beach is between the months of June and September. Between these months, the water temperature is at its highest. While the weather is still warm and pleasant during the spring and autumn seasons, particularly between the months of April and May and September and October, there are fewer tourists. This is especially true between the months of April and May. The fact that this is the case makes these seasons an excellent time for going on excursions and learning about the natural and cultural aspects of the country. Monetary units. In spite of the fact that Montenegro is not a member of the European Union, the euro is the currency that is recognized as the official representation of the country. This is a travel option that will be especially convenient for tourists coming from Europe and other countries that use the euro as their currency. There is a widespread acceptance of credit cards in the majority of hotels, restaurants, and shops. However, in more remote areas, cash may be preferred as a payment method. The custom of leaving gratuities tipping is not a mandatory practice in Montenegro, however, it is always taken into consideration and appreciated. Tipping can range anywhere from 10 to 20% of the total bill when dining out at restaurants and cafes. The amount of the tip is determined by the level of service that was received. In the case of taxis and hotels, it is customary to offer gratuities, particularly in situations where the services provided were of an exceptionally high quality. Exceptional beaches that are not typical. It is possible for residents of Montenegro to swim without wearing any clothing at a number of locations throughout the country. The beaches and naturist areas that are specifically designated for nudists are included in these areas. At these beaches, there are specific guidelines that must be adhered to in order to ensure that all vacationers are comfortable and safe during their time, and these guidelines must be followed. Listed below are some of the most well-known beaches in Montenegro that are popular among nudists. The Ada. Your name is Bojana. Located in the southern region of Montenegro at the mouth of the Bojana River, is a beach that is specifically designed to accommodate individuals who identify as gay or lesbian. The beach is a component of the nudist resort that bears the same name, and it is well known for the breathtaking natural scenery and tranquil atmosphere that it provides to its guests. Valdanos Beach, which is located in close proximity to the city of Olsinj, is a nudist beach that offers a secluded location for individuals to relax without wearing any clothing. At Jazz Beach, a well-known beach that is situated in close proximity to Budva, there is a nudist area that is separate from the rest of the beach, taking in liquids and foods for consumption. Known for its decadence and its use of a wide range of meats, including beef, pork, lamb, and poultry, Montenegrin cuisine is renowned for its culinary excellence. It is common knowledge that the cuisine of Montenegro is exceptionally well known for its hearty and opulent dishes. There are many different kinds of meat that can be used to make a wide range of dishes, such as beef, pork, lamb, and poultry, for example. The chefs in the region make use of a wide variety of spices and herbs in order to bring out the natural flavor of the meat and to impart a distinctive aroma to the dishes. This is necessary in order to achieve both of these goals. Cevapi, a dish that is considered to be among the most popular dishes in Montenegro, is comprised of small sausages that are made from beef or pork. These sausages are typically served alongside onions and flatbread. In the region, there is a particular variety of dried ham known as njegushki prshut. This particular type of ham is highly regarded for its exceptional tenderness and aroma. In the traditional preparation of the dish known as brav u mlijeku, lamb is one of the ingredients. Other components of the dish include potatoes and vegetables. The dish that is referred to as kachamak with kajmak is a dish that is prepared using cornmeal and is strengthened by the addition of kajmak, which is a dairy product that gives the dish a creamy texture. The art of winemaking has been practiced in Montenegro for a very long time, and the wines that are produced in the country are particularly noteworthy. Each region of the country contributes its own unique grape varieties and methods for the production of wine, and the country as a whole is responsible for the production of both red and white wines. When it comes to red wines, the names Vranak and Krstac and Jilavka are also well known. Rakia is a traditional alcoholic beverage that is typically made from plums. However, it can also be made from a wide variety of other fruits, such as grapes, apples, pears, and a variety of other fruits. This beverage has a strong aroma of fruit in addition to having a high percentage of alcohol in it. The consumption of rakija, which is typically served during celebrations and get-togethers with family, is accorded a significant amount of importance in the culture of Montenegro. How to travel around Montenegro and its various locations. There are a variety of different directions that one can take in order to travel throughout Montenegro. In addition to being the most common form of public transportation, buses are the means by which all of the major cities and tourist centers are connected to one another. Train travel between Podgorica, the capital, and Bar, which is situated on the coast, is a convenient mode of transportation that is provided by the trains that travel between the two cities. Renting a car is yet another popular mode of transportation throughout Montenegro, particularly for those who are interested in traveling to more remote and picturesque regions of the country during their time in the country. Numerous roads in Montenegro travel through picturesque mountainous landscapes and along the coast. In general, the roads in Montenegro are in good condition. A significant number of the roads in the country travel along the coast. Despite the fact that many people in tourist areas speak English, it is possible to have a much more enjoyable travel experience by learning a few phrases in Montenegrin and being familiar with the local customs. This is what makes it possible to have a more enjoyable travel experience. Appropriate greetings in the native language, even if they are only a few words long, will be greatly appreciated by the population that is currently residing there. In addition to cultural practices and linguistics, in spite of the fact that Montenegrin is the official language of the country, other languages such as Serbian, Bosnian, Albanian, and Croatian are spoken by a significant number of people. This linguistic diversity is a reflection of the region's diverse ethnic and cultural landscape, which is the reason why the region is culturally and ethnically diverse. Kotor, Budva, and Podgorica are all tourist destinations, and the majority of the people who live there speak English as their primary language. The fact that a significant number of employees at hotels, restaurants, and travel agencies are fluent in English makes it easier for tourists from other countries to communicate with those working in these establishments. If you are familiar with some of the local phrases and customs, it will be beneficial for you to have a better understanding of the culture of Montenegro and to develop a closer connection with the people who live there. When entering a store or restaurant, it is essential to keep in mind the rules of courtesy and to show respect for the traditions that are being observed. Among these rules is the obligation to greet individuals and to remember to express gratitude for the services that have been provided. Old Town of Kotor, Bay of Kotor, Blue Grotto, Sveti Stefan, and Terra Canyon are just some of the places that can be visited during your time in this stunning region. A multitude of attractions that combine history and adventure can be found in Montenegro, in addition to the breathtaking landscapes that can be found there. The Old Town of Kotor is not only a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but it is also a one-of-a-kind example of the architecture that was prevalent during the medieval period. Ancient fortifications and winding streets are two of the distinguishing features of this city. The Bay of Kotor is widely regarded as one of the most picturesque locations in all of Montenegro. This is particularly due to the fact that it's situated in close proximity to towering mountains and water that is free of any impurities. The Blue Grotto, a cave located on the Lustica Peninsula, is awe-inspiring due to its extraordinary blue water, which generates remarkable light effects within the cave. This cave is known as the Blue Grotto. It is one of the most well-known tourist destinations in Montenegro that the small island of Sveti Stefan, which has been transformed into a luxurious resort, is located. Due to the presence of sandy beaches and historic buildings, this location attracts a significant number of tourists from all over the world. The Tara Canyon, which is one of the deepest canyons in Europe, offers visitors not only breathtaking views, but also fantastic opportunities for rafting and hiking. In addition, the canyon includes a number of other activities. A one-of-a-kind environment is created for those individuals who take pleasure in being outside by virtue of the choppy waters and precipitous cliffs that it possesses. What you should bring with you when you are making preparations for a trip to Montenegro. It is of the utmost importance to make certain that you bring everything that you need in order to have a pleasant vacation. When planning a trip to the beach, it is imperative that you bring swimsuits and sunscreen with you. This is especially true if you plan on spending a considerable amount of time on the coast. The use of insect repellent will prove to be absolutely necessary, particularly during the months of summer.